Okay, this is a 57 Johnson FD-11, 18 horsepower. We just bought it yesterday, and it's our first ever two-line fuel motor. First ever Johnson. We have two Evinrudes. So this is the second last year that they were made with an all-metal hood. Get a shot of the front of it.
This is the only year they were made with this design on the
red, the red on white, or white on red, I guess. We just picked up a tank for it this morning, so we didn't have a two-line tank, so we don't know if it works. We don't know if the motor will start. It hasn't been started in years. Apparently it was rebuilt with new carb kit and seals and gear case oil about 3 or 4 years ago, but the guy never started it for some reason. I don't know why. So we have no idea if it runs or not. So we've just put a bit of gas in it, and we're going to see if we can get it going for the first time.
Yeah, that turned over.
Yeah.
The neutral?
No, actually it wasn't. It was in reverse. Oh. We have a little kick there.
You just punch the garage door?
Yeah. You gotta haul hard on this thing.
I know. Oh, there's stuff coming out of the water pump.
It was?
Yeah. There is every time you pull on it.
That's a good sign. I'm just getting tired. I hate this stupid steering.
Then why don't you go try?
Yeah.
You got muscles.
Not at all.
I don't know how good that is.
Well, you can't say it starts on the first pull.
You want to rest, Dad?
In a second.
Oh man, why didn't this start?
I don't know. Okay, you can have a rest now. Okay, this is our 57 Johnson 18 horsepower FD-11. First year they were made as an 18, so this was the 15 horsepower fast twin converted. They bored them out a bit bigger and made them an 18, and this was the first year that you could get them. We bought it about a week ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, about a week ago. Our biggest problem that we had with this motor was the fuel tank system. We bought it without a fuel tank, so I found a fuel tank locally. I only paid $40 for it with the hose, the connector, and the tank. But our problem was we took it to a local guy who knows a lot about outboards, and he determined that our tank wasn't sealing good right here, where this black fitting mates with the tank. So we made it. He told us what to do. We made a gasket, and we cut out.
We made the gasket out of a beer case.
Yeah, Well, actually it wasn't beer case, but it was paperboard. It was the same material as you would use in a cereal box or that paperboard material. Cut it out and then use gasket sealer, and now the tank's tight. So when we open this tank, we should hear it hiss like a bottle of pop. And there it goes. So that tells us that our tank is tight. It's pressurized. That didn't happen before when we ran it, and the motor wouldn't run. It would start and then it would die immediately. So now it's working good. Last night, Spencer, who's the camera man here, we replaced, let me just unpressurize this. We replaced these O-rings. We went and bought a couple of O-rings. It's still pumping out gas. We put 2 new O-rings in here. We bought 4 O-rings and put 2 of them in here and kept 2 as spares. Took us a couple hours to pick the 2 old ones out and put the 2 new ones in. Getting them out was harder than putting them in. Definitely. That was not an easy job to get those out of there. We used dental picks.
Took us 2 hours to get them out and put them back in.
Yeah. And this was our first test run today. So today is the first time we've ever
had it running good.
Successfully run this engine with its own gas tank and own fuel line. We did have it running last week. We took it to a man we met locally, and he started it and ran it. But it runs like a charm. It runs as good as any outboard I've ever seen. 2-stroke outboard. Oh, I keep forgetting about this strap.
Water pump works really good. You just gotta fill it up with some more water.
Yeah, just to keep the water pump covered. So it's in really good shape. The guy we bought it off of. Are you still filming?
Yep.
The guy we bought it off of had said he'd never had it running. He had it rebuilt a number of years ago, and but he said he'd never actually seen it go. And it was once we got the fuel tank system sorted out, it went quite well. So there was nothing wrong with the motor. It was just the fuel tank wouldn't hold pressure. Now that we fixed that problem, oh, it runs great. I have no problems taking this up to the cottage. Spencer, get a front of the shot of it. A shot of the front of it here.
So that's the slow speed and high speed adjuster and the choke. And then that's the handle.
So the guy we bought this off of had the emblem for it, but wanted us to pay an extra $100 for the emblem. So be wary of dicks out there. They're out there.
It's part of the motor, but he took it off.
Us to pay $100
for a part of the motor.
For something that came with the engine. That's like pulling all the knobs off and charging us $25 a piece if we wanted them. So be wary of people out there. Okay, that's it. That's our 57 Johnson 18 horsepower FD-11, which we don't have a boat for, but we're going to get one. Okay?